the players.
I am not gay. I am not gay.
Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really ready to go. Okay, Cecily! Okay, Cecily! Okay, Cecily! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cecily! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, Cecily! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. What the fuck is you wearing? It's not Halloween. Look at Cecily! Oh my god, am I bending the head? Oh my god, like that. Hey darling, you can smile more. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, look at Cecily. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wide your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. Choose like it's oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel! You are bullshit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing! To afternoon tea with me, as that's me. I just said that. You're gonna make me repeat myself? Because you get a across the face if you back of my hand though. That's for that. How's everyone doing this? Beautiful. And it is, even though my curtains are closed, because if it, look, daylight, I don't think so. Bloody window. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the Uck. And my goodness me, have I had a busy day already. I have, no joke. No joke whatsoever. I was up at 5:30. I went to bed last night at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Why? Is it because I'm old? And I've had enough of this shit? Yes. That is absolutely wired. Anyway, I ended up going to bed around 8 p.m. last night. I had a busy day. Went to the gym with my mate. We went out for something to eat afterwards. We were there for 16 fucking hours because the service was so slow. Oh, starters. And anyway, hit the bed about 8 p.m. Woke up at 5:30 this morning. I was ready for the world. So I went downstairs, right? I had a shower, got dressed, went downstairs, cooked myself some brekkie, put one of my pre-made meals in the microwave, the breakfast one. And I ate my brekkie and I was just like, do you know what? I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm going to go back to the gym. So I get to the gym about 7:15 in the morning. And it's busy. It's busy. 7:15 a.m. Sunday. It's busy.
But it's nice though. It's nice, busy. You know, it kind of feels a bit chill. Sun's coming through windows. I wasn't fighting for any of the machines. A lot of people on the cardio machines, they can have them, they can keep them. Do what they want with them for I give a shit. So I just go at my own pace, and then I have a coffee afterwards and then I head home. And then I get home and I do some work around the home. And I'm doing a bit of this and a bit of that stuff that I can't go into. I have another shower, by the way. Just, you know, I have another shower when I get back. I'm just saying. Belle's taken over me bed by this time. But I get so much done. I get so much done today. And I'm literally clock watching for the start of this show. Clock watching. Is it time yet? Is it time? Is it time yet? Made me feel good. Made me feel good. So I felt really productive already. And I've still got this stream to do, and then I've got Sunday Fun Day to do before I head to bed again. And it's just like, hey up, Chuck. You know what I mean? Hey up, Chuck. Anyway, that's the show, folks. So I'll see. No, am I kidding? I'm only kidding. So I get all this stuff. I get all this stuff done. Like I said, I'm pensive. I'm pensive. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the start of the show. I got some toys. I got a little bit of toy to show off today. Before we get into it, little bit of toy. Firstly, we have from XO6 the arrival of Hoshi Sato, Ensign Hoshi Sato from Enterprise. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't it nice? Isn't she nice? Linda Park. She did things for me when I was younger. When I say younger, I mean I was in my mid-20s, but she did things for me. She could steer my ship, if you know. She wasn't even the pilot. That was Mayweather. Whatever. But this arrived to go towards my the XO6 Enterprise collection, which I think is pretty beautiful. A little bit of Lego arrived as well. Little bit of Lego arrived. Now, what was the little bit of Lego that arrived? Well, let's show the first one off. Let's show the Ickle one. It's the Smeagol and Deagle. Smeagol and Deagle, Lord of the Rings. Put your hands around. You can see my ring light in there. You can cosplay throttling Deagle to death. That's what you can do. You can put Smeagol's hands around Deagle's throat as he chokes him to death because it's his birthday and he deserves the ring. It's my ring. It's my pretzel. That's what it is. So we got that. 181 pieces. I played Lord of the Rings online. It was shit. Oh, it's the Shire. It's the Shire. We got the Lego Shire. It arrived. We even got the Phoenix bird or the flaming bird, whatever, from the pyrotechnics. But boom! I was watching my is it Dallas Vintage Dallas Toys or something video yesterday. Some guys trading in a bunch of Transformers. Not vintage. The title's misleading. There's some vintage G.I. Joe, but there's no vintage Transformers there. They're all old, you know. And he's talking about this set, and he says, it's only 200 pieces. And it's 200 and something dollars or whatever. It's only 200 pieces. Who do Lego think we are? Fools. Dude, it's 2,000 pieces. Not 200. It's 2,000 pieces. The people in the shop should have thrown him through the window. Should have thrown him through the window. There's 2,000 pieces. The free item that you get with it's 181 pieces. The CSI Smeagol. Oh! Like, no offense, which when somebody says no offense, you know the rules. It means that you're just about to insult the shit out of them. No offense, but did your brain not calculate that a Lego set of the Shire that cost over $200 was going to be a little bit more than 200 pieces? So they arrived this week. I did post a little picky poo. I did post a little picky poo earlier. A couple of days ago. I think they arrived on Thursday. No. They arrived yesterday. Yeah, it is more of bag end than that. Less spam, please. Come on now. Less spam, sir. No spam. Come on. Come on now. No spam. Come on. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, Billy. But we got some fun stuff to go through today, chat. And there's a reason why I called it CSI Smeagol. Because you and I we're gonna go on a little bit of an investigation tour, okay? We're gonna go and try and solve a mystery together. True story, no bullshit. No bullshit. We're gonna go solve a mystery. And we're gonna do it soon. We're gonna do it very soon. Okay, not gonna wait to the end of the show or anything like that. No. We're gonna do it very soon indeed. But before we do that, I have to give a happy shout out. I've got to give a happy shout out to all you frigid people out there. Because today is International Asexual Day. Now, what this means is that somebody who can't get fucking laid because they are ugly as fuck, right? Right, actually, you know the meme online where somebody goes, somebody says something and everyone goes, are you fucking retarded? And they explain why the person's retarded, and the person goes, I was only joking. I was only joking. I was pretending to be retarded all along. Yeah, you know that. Well, this is the coitus version of that, right? Asexual means that you're so fucking ugly, or you stink, or you got no riz. I learned that word because I'm down with the right? That you couldn't get laid if you had a fist full of hundreds in a brothel. You couldn't get laid in a fucking brothel, right? So what do? They go, oh, well, I'm asexual. I'm asexual, you know? I'm not sexual. No. You're fucking ugly. You're fucking ugly. It's what you are. But let's read what is expressed here in the infinite flag of retardation, right? Asexuality is where a person experiences little to no sexual attraction. Right. Okay. So if I go to some lass, not that I would because Chat's mum, but let's just say Chat's mum goes on a space rocket to Mars and she's colonizing Mars now. And that's it. It's over between us. Move on with your life, Az. I have to colonize Mars. All right, Chat's mum. See you later, love. And I go to some lass. And I say to her, look, love, I fancy... No. Let's do this properly. I go up to her and I say, have you got a mirror in your underwear? And she says, why? And I say, because I can really see myself in your pants. And she says, oh, no. I said, what do you mean? No. What do you mean? No. And she says, I just don't fancy you. What is my response to that? Is my response, what are you, fucking asexual or something? And now you've got this fucking Voltron or whatever it's called of buzzwords, just like it's now the incel versus the asexual, the immovable object coming up against the immovable other object. What joke's on you? I'm an incel. What's this fucking? You just fucking. Look at your nose. You look like a ghoul from Fallout. You're not asexual. You're fucking ugly. Nobody wants to fucking touch you with a barge pole. Okay. Holy shit. Asexual people can form deep emotional connections and relationships, but don't experience sexual attraction in the same way. No, they fucking want it, but they ain't getting it. And then they're trying to play the reverse Uno card, and everyone just looks at them and goes, seriously, though? Oh, yeah, you know, just asexual. But, I jest. I don't. They're ugly. It's not about not getting your end away, right? Whether you want to or don't want to, or whether or not you want to pretend that you're not attracted to people because you're essentially just trying to get some defense in before you get absolutely wrecked when you make a move. Yeah, it's like that last dance at the disco when you're a kid and you've sat on the fucking side all night. And then the last song comes on, the slow dance comes on, and this is it. This is now or never. You've got to make a move on Victoria, otherwise it's done. And so you pluck up every fucking bit of courage that you've had for the last 2 hours of sat on the side, and you go up to her and you go, do you want to dance? She goes, no. And you go, I'm fat. And then you just turn around and walk away 180. That's these fuckers here. That's these fuckers right here. Victoria is a state in Australia. So don't give me no fucking asexual shit, right? Don't give me any bullshit. Now, I want to reference you to this wonderful guy called John. And he is a wonderful guy because this guy just says exactly how it is, right? He says, as a gay man, can someone tell me why straight people not wanting to get laid? No, John, it's straight people that can't get laid, that are pretending that it's a choice. No, it's a choice. It's my choice. Is it fuck? You stink and your mum dresses you funny. All right. Why straight people not wanting to get laid has anything to do with me. I'm so grateful to have organizations like LGBT Alliance, I like it, in 2025 to push back against this nonsense. It's glorious to see them grow bigger and louder each year. And JK's just as big a prick as anyone. She's a fair weather flyer. Sure, people are still killed for being gay in a lot of countries, but straight people who don't fancy a quickie, no, you can't get a quickie, are being literally ignored today. That's it. They're being ignored today. Give me attention. I'm a straight person on the internet, and I demand attention. So I'm going to stick another fucking circle of some color onto this fucking puke fest at the bottom and try and bundle myself in. Stupid. Stupid! Shut up! You can't get laid. You're fucking ugly. You stink. And your mum dresses you funny. Now fuck off. So congratulations to all the people out there who Joke's on you. I'm asexual. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not. Right, chat. I feel that we need to get into this mystery right now. Yeah. I feel like we've got to get into this mystery straight away. Because we need to solve. I got a mystery, chat, and we need to put our heads together. And we need to solve this mystery. Are you up for it, chat? Are you with me, chat? Are you ready to solve a mystery with me, chat? I want to see some yes in the chat. I want to see some yes. There we go. Let's do it. Hit us. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ah, yes. Yes, queen. Oh, chat's and I love it, chat. I love that enthusiasm, chat. Yeah. It's mystery time. Now then, I'm going to ask another question before we get into the mystery. Okay? Can any of you guess what you think the mystery might be? What do you think the mystery might be? I'm going to stroke my chin for a wee bit. See if you can do that. Why did Snow White fail? Well, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit of Snow White later, but no. Because I think that's pretty evident why it failed. Why am I wearing 3 socks? I think we can all guess why. I need 3 socks. I need 1 for my left foot. I need 1 for my right foot. And I need 1 for my... We'll come back to that one. Minecraft? No, we will talk Minecraft, but... I've said already about Minecraft, I think it's going to do a shit ton of money. I think parents are going to take their kids to see that movie, and the kids don't give a shit how crap it is. It's Minecraft, and it's going to do huge business. And it looks like it is, but we'll get to that. Is Az going to be a dad? That's not a mystery. Just ask your mum, face, neck, and chest. Okay, chat stumped. Chat stumped. They have no clue. We're gonna see if we can solve this mystery. And the mystery is, what happened to Assassin's Creed players? What happened to Assassin's Creed's players? That's the mystery we're gonna try to solve. You see, this is a post nearly 2 weeks ago from the Assassin's Creed account. Over 3 million players, not sales. Not sales. Over 3 million players. Oh, need to centralize my camera a wee bit. Oh! 3 million players. Wow. Now we're gonna have a look at something else. Let's scroll down. We're going back in time. Bong, bum, bum, ba da da da, bong, bum, bum, ba da da da, woo, bum, 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 ba da da da. Gonna go back in time. do, 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 do. Bow, 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 banana now. Here we are. Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. 5 days earlier, 2 million players. Two million players, the 22nd of March. Scroll back up again. We're going into the future, but it's the past. But we're going into that future, but it's our past. 5 days later, 3 million players. Woo! Feels just like yesterday. There was 2 million. Feels just like yesterday, but seconds later, 5 days in Twitter time, 3 million players. But here's where the mystery begins, chat. Are you ready? Are you ready, chat? Let's start to see this mystery unravel in front of us. Where are the other players? Are there no more players? Are we out of players? Since the 27th of March, a week and a half or more, there has been no 4 million players. 5 million players. Nothing. Nothing. So, chat, I ask of thee to join me. What happened to the Assassin's Creed Shadow player base? Because it's this. Let's go to this tweet. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. Third of April. If the Yankees, and that's not a racial slur. I mean, I would use it as a racial slur personally because I'm British. But apparently it's not meant to be it's a Rounders team from America. Can upgrade their bats, then we can upgrade our katanas. Okay. So who has the katana? Oh, but the samurai has the katana, right? The samurai has the katana. Yeah, we're all in agreement with that, right? A ninja doesn't have a katana. But the samurai does have a katana, right? So who's the samurai in the video game? Well, that would be Yasuke. That would be Yasuke. Yasuke is the samurai. Okay, so what does the baseball bat katana do? It adds plus 40% in knocking Japanese people's heads off. Oopsies. 40% more effective in decapitating Japanese people. $55% higher chances slicing enemies clean in half. And by enemies, he means Japanese people. Something that Yasuke is not. Because Yasuke was not Japanese. He was not Japanese. Whew. Thankfully, Assassin's Creed Shadows is selling exceedingly well. I'm streaming. Assassin's Creed Shadows is 2 seconds. I'm streaming. Okay? Assassin's Creed Shadows is selling exceedingly well in Japan. 2 seconds. What? Oh. The game sold 18,000 copies on the PlayStation 5 in Japan. 17,700 and something on the PlayStation 5 in Japan, the home of PlayStation. 17 and a. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's awkward. You know that country that you fucked off and you thought you could lecture them as a bunch of dumb, uneducated pieces of shit liberal fucktards? Yeah? You know that country that you fucking thought you could educate? Yeah? They told you to fuck off. Remember how Ubisoft were bragging internally? You might not know this actually, but apparently, either a memo or some kind of communication went round in Ubisoft that the game is sold pretty well on the PlayStation 5 in the West. Right. How many copies is that? Well, they predict about. How many copies? Well, they predict about. How many copies? Well, they predict around 700,000. They predicted around 700,000. So if it sold a predicted 700,000 copies on a PS5 in the West, and it did 17.7K in Japan, nobody's fucking subscribed to Ubisoft Plus. Nobody gives a flying fuck. So they've all got to be playing on Steam. They have to be. They've all got to be playing on Steam. it never got past the 65,000 mark. That it did 2 weeks ago. Two weeks ago. Only 28,800 on now. Remember, this is a game that's less than a month old. This is the quadruple experience. The quadruple A experience of Ubisoft. Ouch. Ouch. Now I'm gonna do something which is gonna upset people. This is the chart for Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which peaked at 89,500. 20. Was it? No. Yeah, nearly 25. Wait, what? Nearly 25,000 higher. And this was a complete fucking failure. Ouch. This 20. And just in case you don't know, most of you will know because we've mentioned this in streams before. But just in case you didn't know, Corinne Bush, the gentleman which headed up that game, has left BioWare, and BioWare fired all the writers. The game will not be getting any DLCs, won't be getting any. Done. Done. But do you know what says your game has been an unmitigated success? And when I say success, it's got 15 parentheses on either side. It's the fact that you have to sell 25% of your fucking company in the first week of launch because you know that the game has failed miserably in terms of sales. I thought that this game in the first month was going to sell some in the region of 5 to 7 million copies. I said that on Rip and the Silverback a few weeks ago. It hasn't even sold 3. And it likely probably hasn't even sold 2. It's probably somewhere in the 1 to 2 million mark. Somewhere in that mire. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, dear. Because it's a roaring success when you have to sell 25% of your company to keep afloat. So what did Tencent do when Tencent come into the company? Well, that they start a division. They start a division within Ubisoft. And what does this division do? It takes the Fallout franchise, the Assassin's Creed franchise, and the Rainbow Six franchise, and it moves it away from the rest of the company. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you take the 3 biggest franchises that the company has and move it into a completely different division? I don't know. Well, apart from we all know. It did not come out on Game Pass, I believe. No. I think it's gonna come out on Game Pass now. Well, we can speculate, I think, quite well that Tencent's involvement with this 25% is to take the 3 major franchises and work on them, and the rest of the company can go fuck itself in the ass. Because Tencent don't want to have anything to do with the fucking failing 75%. They came in, they now have the franchises, and boom. There we go. Oopsies. Oopsie doopsies. So, we saw the letters that went out, or some of you might not have, but there were letters that went out in the company saying, do you know what? There's going to be, don't panic. Don't panic, people. If you have talent, we'll likely push you into the other division, which has been created. And if you don't have talent, don't panic. Because we're going to be restructuring or something. Oh no. Yeah, we're going to do some restructuring. Okay. So you're going to make a bunch of layoffs. You're going to make a bunch of layoffs. Fallout isn't Ubisoft. Correct. Nobody said that. Far Cry. Did I say Fallout instead of Far Cry? Far Cry is what I meant to say if I said Fallout. Far Cry. Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six. Bethesda have already killed the Fallout. So they've already killed that off. Whew. I'm sorry, but Fallout 4 was terrible. It was not a good game. I'm just saying. So, chap, we're gonna have another look at something else. Okay? We're not quite done with kicking Ubisoft body on the ground here. Some goggly finance here. This is Ubisoft stock over the last year. Oh. But this is the release of the video game. Oh. This is Oh no. Oh. Now look at this. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, from 2020 to current day. Look at this. 68.8 euros in April of 2020 stock price. Peaking around 85 euros in January of 2021. And then this has been Ubisoft since 2021. Ooh. And that is just a gradient of douche. Oopsies. That is not a good sign. That is not a healthy looking company. That is really not a healthy looking company, but it's okay because Tencent have now taken all of their major franchises away. Bye. Bye-bye Far Cry. Bye-bye Rainbow Six. Bye-bye Assassin's Creed. Tencent are going to try and do something with you to make it work again. But everything else, which, you know, includes stuff like The Division, Prince of Persia, stuff like that. You're just out to rot now. You're just out to rot and die. Bye. Waiting for the restructuring to happen. Waiting for the restructuring to happen. There hasn't been a good Far Cry game since Far Cry 3. Fight me. Since Far Cry 3, they've essentially just tried to copy it. And I do declare that they have now censored. They've now censored the breasticles in the Far Cry games now. Censored them, covered them up. No, 4 and 5, no. Pale buggy imitations of Far Cry 3. But there again, when is a Ubisoft game not buggy as boosh? So congratulations, it's a roaring success. Holy shit. Just want to show you something else. It's not about Ubisoft, this. It's about a small little indie game. Small little indie game that has absolutely embarrassed the pants off Ubisoft, because regardless of how pretty a game looks, do you know what it's all about? It's about gameplay and fun. That's what it's about. But there's a small little indie game here. It's called Schedule 1. It's called Schedule 1. 271,000 people in the game right now, with an all-time peak of 414,000. And we're going to be playing it live on stream tomorrow. Going to be playing it live on stream tomorrow. Schedule 1. Nearly 4. If that was 420, wouldn't that have just been insane? Oh, that would have been so insane. And we'll also most likely be playing it as part of Sunday Fun Day next week. We were going to do it this week, but X-Ray Girl can't make it this week. So I think it's probably fair to start it with X-Ray Girl. Because it's gamers just want to have some fun, yeah. I don't think that's a wild assertion. Yeah, we want to have a bit of fun. We like to have a bit of fun. Now we can have some fun on a AAA game if they allow us to. But with them more and more becoming just preachy pieces of shit, it's up to the indie developers to just create these great, fun games. Crazy, hey? You want fun in video games? You're a white supremacist! What's that woke piece of crap that's coming out? Is it this week? Is it this week? That woke piece of dog shit which is coming out from Sweet Baby Inc. South of Midnight. There you go. Where one of the developers said that was it white male gamers should never have happened or something. You have to be more specific, as that is very true. That's where we are nowadays. As you're gonna have to be more specific when you say which woke piece of crap is coming out. South of Midnight. Looks like an absolute fucking disaster. Is it out yet? Wait, is it out? Wait, is it out? Is it out? South of Midnight release date. 8th of April. Okay. There is early access at the moment. Okay. Okay, let's have a little look. Buy South of Midnight Premium Edition. Purchase this edition and play the game now. Ahead of its full release date on Tuesday. Okay, so how many people have decided to take advantage of this early access? 566 at peak. 566 at peak. 280 right now. This game currently has advanced access. Gotcha. People couldn't wait to take advantage of that early access. It's gonna be south of 10,000, more like. Oopsies. But I think we deserve a bit of fun. I think we deserve a bit of Schedule 1. Let me just refresh this. Okay. Hey, chat, I want to show you something. Oh, there's been Jaded Fat. There's been some marketing around it. Unfortunately, it's been very negative because of the racist pigs that are involved in the making of this game and what they've said about white gamers. That's the only marketing I've seen for this game. And when I see the only marketing I've seen for this game is just racist pigs, then I'm kind of like, do you know what? Probably not going to be interested in your game. And if it's a Canadian studio, that most likely means it's been funded by the taxpayer for the most part. Let's have a look at some figures. Oh, it's Snow White. It's Snow White. The weekend figures aren't in yet, but oh no. Before the weekend figures come in, Snow White is currently sitting at less than 150 million worldwide. It's on a budget of somewhere in the region of 330 million. The mainstream media even said that themselves. Some are still going at 250, but other mainstream medias are going, actually, it's not 250, it's 330 million budget. Okay. So it looked to make its money back, it's got to hit somewhere in the region of 850 to 900 million. 850 to 900 million to make its budget back. It's currently at 148. But that's not the full story. The full story is the Friday. This Friday, just gone 1.5 million. Down 60% from the previous Friday. And a Friday-on-Friday drop of 60% from the second to the third, that dropping down to fourth place. It's not bad. It's horrendous. It's absolutely horrific. It's been projected that the full weekend will be 5 million. That's it. The prediction for the whole weekend is 5 million. The Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday. 5. Ouch. Ouch. So this movie's not going to make its production budget back. Because it's not even going to make its production budget back, it's not going to get any of its marketing money back either. So this movie's looking like it's probably going to lose $250 million or more. There or thereabouts. There or thereabouts. The Minecraft movie has already done 58 million on one day. 58 million in one day, because the one day is the combination of the Friday and the Thursday. So, you know. It took Snow White 8 days to get to a number close to this. 8 days. It did it on one day. And that's me incorporating the Snow White's preview day into one day with the Friday. Otherwise, it'd be 9 days and this would be 2 days. This is looking like it's going to do an absolutely stonking weekend. Stonking weekend. Now, Snow White put way more than 100 million fucking marketing into that. Way more. They were doing everything. The damage control. Oh, it's going to lose a lot of money. A lot of money. Number one, obviously, the number one movie of the year so far in terms of release date. It's going to blow Captain Black Falcon America Man of Color. I think that opening weekend was 88 million. It's going to blow that out of the water. Working Man stalled. It stalled at around 40 million. That ain't getting involved. That ain't getting involved in this picture. But my sister and my little nephew, they went to see it. And do you know what my nephew's review of Minecraft was? Do you know what his review of Minecraft was? My nephew's 11 years old. Do you know what his review of Minecraft, the movie, was? Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That to me says that a lot of kids are gonna. I know this is one boy on planet Earth. But if little kids think it's fun, then they're gonna go to the cinema and see it. They're gonna take the parents to see it. And fun equals money. Correct. Fun equals money. Doesn't matter if we as adults think it's crap. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I know that if my nephew had said to me, Uncle Az, can we go to the cinema to see the Minecraft film? I would take him. I'd say, of course we can. Let's go to the cinema and watch it. But his mum took him. So that's not just a kid's ticket, but that's an adult ticket as well. And if you got multiple people in family, or you want to take the whole family, make it an event, that's money. And if the kids come out enjoying it, they might go see it again. But this is set to do a lot of money. Look like it's going to easily go over the 100 million mark. Oh, and sorry, let's just jump back to Snow Brown. That is its domestic total to date, with another potential 3.5 to add on. 73 million domestic so far. That's it. And it's now lost 500 theaters. So it's lost 500 theaters which will go to the Minecraft movie. And here, Thursday, 164 average. 203 average. And just look at that. Minus 46, minus 61, minus 59, minus 62, minus 60. And these are from this. Oh. It's done. And isn't How to Train Your Dragon right around the corner now as well? And that'll likely do bank as well. June. That comes out in June. So that's just a month and a half away. A couple of months away. And that'll do bank as well. They need it. They need a biggie. That's Universal. Oh no. I thought it was Disney. It's not. It's Universal. Oh no. Oh no! I thought that was Disney and. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Lilo and Stitch will kill it. It should do. It's got very popular ratings or whatever you want to call it, ratio on the trailer. Something that looks a little bit authentic, at least. I mean, to the cartoon. I don't give two shits, fucking 50-year-old man. But yeah, Snow Brown is looking like it is done. It's already done. Stick a fork in it. It's done. It's done. It's not even part of the conversation anymore. It's not even part of the conversation anymore, as the weekend's box office numbers are starting to filter in for the smaller movies. But we can't talk box office without popping in. Just popping in for a little hello. Popping in for a little hello for our favorite movie of the year. Captain Black America Falcon, Person of Color. 410 million worldwide. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It lost a fuck ton of money. Oh, it's like a killer whale with its mouth open. It's like a killer whale with its mouth open. Look at this. We're down to $75 a theater. Still 2,380 theaters. $75 a theater. $100 a theater. It did 375,000 this Friday gone. Not even enough to rate it. Day 50. I'll tell you what I'm going to look up. Remember how Ant-Man in Commie-Mania was a complete failure? Complete failure. It did 476 million. It was a complete failure. 476 million. Black Captain Falcon, America, Person of Color, man. 410. This was a pile of shit. This is one of the worst fucking films I've ever seen in my life. But there again, so was Captain America. It was fucking dog shit. So it's done much less than Ant, the third Ant-Man movie. That's the leader of your Avengers, folks, for Avengers Doomsday. That's the leader of your Avengers. Before we do the next thing, we'll go into some supery duperies right now. And then we're going to have a look at the Naked Gun trailer. Angela Richter with a 58-month membership. Angela, thank you very much indeed. I'm just scrolling up. Yeah, you're first in. There we go. Oof. And Angela Richter also gifting a membership to the stream as well. Thank you, Angela. I watched Iron Man on Friday. So good. Yeah, it is. Because once upon a time, there used to be fun movies. Once upon a time. Your Barmy with a $5 says Star Trek, EXO, Jane Theory, necessary. Sounds like a little bit of a fetish there, dude, but fully understandable. Callie Arthur with $2 says Asexuality Day equals Veilguard Shadows Doctor Who Day. Yeah, people who can't get laid. People who can't get laid and need to cope. I'm asexual. Nah. You just nah. You just can't get laid. Just can't get laid. Slick Rick. Woo! With a $2 says, so in reality, it's International Friend Zone Day. It's international people that can't get laid and need to cope. Day. Carl Hauser becoming a member again. Thank you, Carl Hauser. Zeke Zion Boobies has been a member for 35 months. Says, as did you see the new Lord of the Rings Lego set? You mean the one that I showed off? You mean the one that I showed off that's already arrived? Yeah, boy. Jefferson C. Post with a $2 says, oh no. Were the players on a Malaysian air flight? Oh. They just vanished into thin air. Just vanished. And it's gone. The players are just gone. In before Assassin's Creed just suddenly announced, oh, no, 4 million players now, or something. I don't know. Maybe. Shit. Jason JJJ with a $5 says, better question is, whom finished Assassin's Creed Shadows? Anyone? I personally don't know anyone that finished the game, and I'm not a gamer. I just can't even. I just couldn't bring myself to play anymore. I'd played enough. I was done. It was shit. Your Barmy with a $5 says, summer approaches. Yasuke's followers have protests to attend and buildings to burn. No time for games. Oh. But nobody, but anyway. Normal Man with a 5K, this is bots. The player base was bots. I don't want to know about players. I want to know about sales. Can we get some no? Okay. Jefferson C. Post with a $2 says Yankees is a slur. Good, that's it. Can we just end this super chat there? Yankees is a slur. Boom. End. If one happens to be from Boston. Callie Oth with a $2 says mystery solved. UK banned katanas. RIP Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, even digital ones? Kerr, don't take me away in handcuffs, Kerr. It's a digital katana. But I'd like to give a big hearty thank you to the UK government who have tackled the war on ninjas that the UK has been desperately fighting against for years now. Chin chin. When are you going to do the rape gang? Anyway, Mikey Gussler has been a member for 24 months. Mikey, thank you. 2 years, bud. Bebop 1988 with a 50. Thought I'd let that one linger, you know, like a fart. I couldn't think of anything witty to say other than you're bold. You're a bold, beautiful man. Unlike me, unlike that beardo freak, gross. Okay. Mikey Gustler, the $5 says, I got my PlayStation 2 out and I've been playing Scarface. It's a what if Tony survived the movie and had great gameplay. Plan on playing The Punisher next. It's good. It's good game. It's good game, that Punisher game. It's a good game. Scarface was a good game as well. From what I can remember. Sorry, chat. I got eucalyptus just flowing into my eyes right now. And I can barely keep them open with the eucalyptus fumes. And it got on my tongue as well. And it got on my top lip as well. And I desperately don't want to touch my eyes. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, I can't read. I can't breathe. Psyduck with a €2 says Red Dead Redemption 2 is doing better from 2019. Should we have a look? Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Steam charts. Red Dead Redemption 2 currently has 59,500 people in the game right now. Right now. Ow. EO with a 5 says, if you want a good laugh, look into the writers of the next Borderlands game. There hasn't been a good Borderlands game since Borderlands 1. I'm going to say it. Borderlands 2 was overrated as well, and 3 was just whatever. Nobody gave a fuck about 3. But there hasn't been a good Borderlands game since Borderlands 1. And I said it. There you go. That put the cat amongst the pigeons. New. Let's have a look. New Borderlands game writers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at you. It's not a good sign when they worked on the previous Borderlands game. Borderlands 3. Let's have a look. Well, one of them's credits are only Borderlands 3, and that's it. Okay. Nothing I'm showing so far, just a bunch of VFX guys, to be honest with you. That's narrative director, co-writer, other writers. Let's have a look at you. Let's have a look. Am I seeing anything untoward? I'd have to have a proper look in, but nothing that's really jumping out at me right now anyway. Oh man, my eyes are just flooded. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to touch them, but they're just flooded with eucalyptus vapors. Mikey Gassler with a $5 says, according to a lot of credible game sources, Bethesda Oblivion remake will drop the week of April the 21st as a surprise. Will you stream the game? Well, I mean, if it comes out, yes. Is it real? Is it legitimate? That's the question. That's the more important question. But if it did, absolutely. It doesn't make sense, though. It doesn't make any sense that they would drop a game as big as Oblivion remakers and it just like, hey, here it is. It just doesn't make any sense. That to me would be a game that you would want to promote. So I don't know. Is it going to be a remake? It could just be some HD remaster. I don't know. You know, I just don't. It just doesn't seem likely. Just doesn't make sense to me. Dark Knight Rider with a $2 says, you be getting used to players not owning their games. Hey! I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah, one of the worst things that Ubisoft said was gamers better get used to not owning their games. I know Sky Oblivion has it covered as well, Nona. That's another reason why it doesn't feel legit. But when you come out with such a pathetic statement like gamers better get used to not owning their games. It's just such a cocky thing to say. Such a cocky thing to say. I get a lot of games on Steam, but if there are games that I absolutely love, I make sure that I get the physical copies of them as well. And I know some are just like, yeah, you have to be connected online to play it. Some you don't. And also there's some workarounds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But yeah, Ubisoft better get used to players not owning their games. Marty Gassler with a $5 says that remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag better be good. Really good. Not just for fans like me, but for Ubisoft as well. They need a win after the Shadows disaster. Do you know what they need to do, Mikey? Is not rely on remaking an old game. Right? When a company's healthy and it can produce games in a franchise which are still very successful, then they can look back at remaking games that are from older platforms, much older platforms, not next gen, not previous gen, I should say, platforms. But it worked well for Capcom with the PlayStation 1 Resident Evil games. Worked well for them. And then they moved to the PlayStation 2, Resident Evil 4. I think the next one's going to be Resident Evil 0, which was GameCube. But when you are failing so miserably that you think you have to remake something like Black Flag, which was what, a 360 game, you're done. You are not advancing as a company. You are regressing because all you're desperate for is a hit. It shows you've got no forward thinking. No forward thinking. And after seeing the disaster that was Skull and Bones, holy. Logan Cobbs Toussaint with a $2 says, so as do you think Ubisoft is just going to be gone? Nah, Tencent will keep it alive in some capacity, but it's how much of Ubisoft will survive. They will. It's inevitable that they're going to announce some restructuring and there's going to be layoffs. And it's a matter of how many layoffs are there going to be? How many? It'll probably rack into the thousands. Legit. It'll probably rack into the thousands. And then they'll have smaller teams working on their other IPs. But they'll have Tencent and this division that they've set up focusing on the main IPs. Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six. And what they're saying is these are the three franchises which can potentially propel our company forward. The others, we might strike lucky on one of them. So it'll survive in the capacity, but just not the capacity that it did before. Too tired with a $10 is at this point, I'll never see a Beyond Good and Evil 2. No, you won't. No, you won't. And that now makes me relieved how far gaming has come and what's the difference between crumpets and biscuits in Britain. Massive. Massive. Biscuits in the UK are what you call cookies. Crumpets are completely different altogether. Completely different. Jeez, wow. It's crazy. Crazy talk. Eve's the first with a 5 Brazilian says, as I can only say this. Of all the souls I've encountered on YouTube, his was the most British. Admiral Kirk in the Wrath of Pronouns. Hey-oh. Yeah, huh? Oh, I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you this tweet. This made me laugh. This made me laugh, right? So, I saw this today, made me chuckle. I put this tweet out the other day as regards to the Devil May Cry. Netflix. I saw this whole scene where this group of demons had come to Earth because their country was hell, literally, and that the corporations were causing global warming in hell. And they were on they came to Earth, and anyway, the whole scene was, oh no, immigrants good, immigrants invading your country good. People who live in that country, bad poopy pants people. So I just put this: demons are an allegory for immigrants, and people are meant to relate and sympathize with the demons and not the humans. Because the show was positioning it as, if you live in this country and an illegal immigrant comes into your country, you need to sympathize with them and you can fuck off. No, you fuck off. So do you see where the disconnect happens here? Do you see where the disconnect happens? So this wonderful gentleman puts, you get mad at pronouns. By the way, a year and a half later, I still live rent-free. I'm not taking anything you say seriously. Wicked City is an anime about demons and humans working out a treaty. Which, by the way, they are talking about something which does not in any capacity relate to this clear Western immigration analogy, right? I've seen Wicked City. It wasn't created with a message about immigration. Okay, this is the point of this. It's not about demons and humans existing together. We've seen that in a gazillion different things. I'm talking specifically about the clear immigration analogy, which is being used because they can't help themselves with just leftist fucking talking points rammed into every fucking thing. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. You guys suck at this. People are just absolutely taking him apart here. It's all good. But I decided I didn't need to say anything. I would just let this guy's bio speak for itself. So I posted this. This is their bio. Shit takes. That's it. That's in the shit takes. You're doing all the hard work, doing all the work for me there, buddy. You're doing all the work for me there. Shit takes. I believe you. I absolutely agree with you, sir. Sir, I agree with you. Ah, oy vey. And Jeanette has been a member for a month. And Jeanette, thank you. Dainsley for the €6 says, you know, what insane Schedule 1 is one guy dev team in comparison to Ubisoft, who has more people. Well, Ubisoft employ around about 17,000. And if you go back a few weeks on Sunday Funday, one of the thumbnails that I used was a photograph of the dev team for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And it's hundreds and hundreds of people. 99.9% of them are white. All it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to make a fun fucking game. That's what it takes. Hey, Morley. How you doing? How the devil are you? Darth Gorebag with a $7.77. Can't wait until April 15th. Sonic 3 on Duh. Best video game movie ever. Low bar, I know. But still, friggin' great film. I've seen the first one. I thought the first one was fine. Mostly surfing the old Webberoonie. I'm just doing my show. Morley. My afternoon show. For the afternoon people. Dr. Daisuke has been with a 17 Danish, says, so when will you be streaming South of Midnight? I just don't think I can even be bothered. I'd rather, like I said, try out Schedule 1 this week and see if we can have a bit of fun. Because I just don't think I want to be asked with South of Midnight. But you never know. I might surprise you. Marty Gassler with a $2 says, you going to pick up that Harley Quinn fart comic? No, it's not even a hate purchase or a rage purchase because I just don't. Honestly, Mikey, I don't care. I don't care. It just shows the absolute shit state of DC. No, it is a fart comic, Mauler. It is literally just Harley. It's the writer putting themselves into Harley Quinn because it's all in self-insert nowadays, and literally other characters farting and Harley Quinn flicking a bean to it. So it's not even rage bait or hate bait or anything to riz it. It's just the absolute pathetic state of comics in the West, particularly DC, Marvel. It just shows how pathetic they are. So yeah, I'm not going to be baited. I literally do not care. You want to fucking flush your company down the toilet? No pun intended. Your own business. Matej with a 17-month membership. Thank you, Matej. Ivan with a $5 says, I noticed that after the Tencent deal reveal, Ubisoft just kind of stopped announcing player count. Guess they realize it's over. No point anymore. I mean, they posted some stuff. But no numbers. Definitely no sales, but no updated numbers for nearly 2 weeks now. There's plenty of good comics. There's more good comics out there from years gone by. We said this many times, than I could ever read in my lifetime. What's left of my lifetime. There's no point in wasting it on some mentally retarded fuckwit who DC gave a job to so that she could put her disgusting, degenerate fetish into a comic. Teddy has been a member for 35 months. Thank you, Teddy. Bluegrass Berserker has been a member for 35 as well. Thank you, Bluegrass Berserker. Gus with a $5 says, this month, 11 years ago, one of Marvel's greatest films, I guess, Captain America Winter Soldier was released in my top 3 of all-time Marvel films. It was peak MCU. Yeah. I think it's potentially my favorite MCU film. I loved Infinity War as well. It's a really close call between Infinity War and Winter Soldier for me. Civil War is pretty high on that list as well. Which is a Captain America film. It is. It just is. Deal with it. Dr. Daisuke with a 45 Danish says Left 4 Dead 2 had the same numbers as Assassin's Creed yesterday. Ouch. Ouch. Mikey Gussler with a $10 says, did you see R&B said that James Gunn knows more about the character Superman than any other filmmaker? He also says that it'll be $1 billion film easily. I'm going to press X'd it out on both those statements. Will it do $1 billion? I mean, it will literally all depend on how good the film is, because it's not going to do $1 billion in its first week, right? Not going to happen. So if the film's really good, you know, if the film gets a really good vibe to it, still, will it do $1 billion then? Well, it depends what the opening weekend is. If it has a Minecraft level of opening weekend, which I'm keeping my eye on because I think it's going to be pretty big, or a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness opening weekend, which was absolutely off the hook, then maybe it could hit $1 billion. Do I think it's going to hit $1 billion? I don't think so. I don't think so. As regards to James Gunn knows more about the character Superman than any other filmmaker, I would doubt that. I would doubt that. But I love Robert. I love Robert to death. Robert is a very optimistic person. But yeah. It's going to be interesting because, you know, there is definitely superhero fatigue. So it's just how good is the film going to be? If it's a great film, it's got every chance. Is it going to be a great film? I just say that the stuff I've seen so far, it's, you know, it's not looking garbage. Maybe it's not filling me full of, oh my God, this is looking incredible. No, it's looking like, Darth Gorbag with a $12. 12. If you stream the Oblivion remake, then you will also stream Sky Oblivion when it's out, if only to give a professional comparison. I don't want an official remake to take all of Sky Oblivion's glory. I don't even know if there is an official. We don't even know. Don't even know. I only heard about what Mikey was talking about this dropping out of nowhere Oblivion remake. I only heard about that like 2 weeks ago or something. So it just doesn't sound feasible. It doesn't sound feasible at all. But you never know. But if okay, let's say it does come out, Darth Gorbag. Let's say it does come out. I will absolutely play Sky Oblivion as well. Absolutely would. And compare and contrast. MJ UK 84 with a 5 Canadian says Western Games today is like 911 times 100. That's right. 91,100. And I can't tell if the eucalyptus is making you cry or do an X-Ray Girl impression. What have you? It was making me do an X-Ray Girl impression. Mikey Gusler with a 20.
What?
Angry Joe had a cry on his Superman reaction recently about Snyder fans trashing the upcoming film and calling them weird. Says the guy wearing a Superman costume from Man of Steel in the video. Plus, as Snyder fans took crap for years. I don't watch Angry Joe. I think he's a bell end of a person. Tic Tac with a membership for 31 says, is it me or are AAA games only good at promoting intersectional bullshit? I'll just go back and play BioShock 1 and 2, you rock as. Well, that's just it. There's plenty of great games to play. You don't need to buy the new game. Whatever the new game is. You don't need to buy it. There's no clause in it. There's no contract that any of you have signed that I'm aware of that says you must purchase next game from company. No. Nobody needed to pick up Assassin's Creed Shadows. Why? Because it had the Assassin's Creed tag on it? Why? Because it had the Ubisoft tag on it? No, nobody needed to do shit. Nobody needed to do shit. You can just sit back and wait, see what the reaction is. FOMO there's no FOMO anymore, you know? FOMO existed when physical copies had the chance of being sold out in your local Blockbuster. FOMO doesn't exist in the digital age. You're not going to run out of digital copies of something. The FOMO's gone. It doesn't exist. It's a lie. The FOMO is a lie. So you can afford to watch a streamer. You can afford to wait for a review. You can afford to do whatever you want. There is no clause in any contract that anyone has signed that says you must purchase company's next game. Now, do you want to? I mean, would you like to? Yeah. Yeah. If it was good. But if it ain't going to be good, what's the point? Just wait and see. Wait to see how it really sits. Oh yeah, let's all believe the bought and paid for influencers that got their early access and their free copies and all their gifts and goodie bags, and suddenly they're saying how wonderful the game is before it's come out. Or do you just wait until somebody with a little bit more objectivity, moral fiber, goes and plays it themselves? Cole Hauser, the two Canadians, says, how do you have a movie called Tron without Tron? I guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess Tron is Tron's just brand now, so it doesn't matter. Jimmy Eats Movies has been a member for a month. Don't screw Tron, please. What are your thoughts? I haven't even seen. Is there a trailer? I haven't seen the trailer. Is there a trailer for it? What's it called? Tron Eucalyptus, isn't it? Tron Ares, isn't it? I haven't seen the trailer. Maybe we'll watch the trailer together, yeah? Actually, let's watch it. Let's watch it now. Let's watch it now. I'm gonna get struck now, so please, chat, feel generous. Because I'm gonna get struck for this. It's gonna demonetize me, this. Let me put my headphones on. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be hearing shit. Okay, I'm ready. Where's my ready? Okay, let's go.
120 miles per hour. Last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
I gotta say one thing. The bikes are fucking cool as fuck, aren't they? They are really cool looking bikes. I gotta say that. I gotta say that. They do look cool. And if people are going, why is it in the real world? What if you watch Tron Legacy, was it? It ends with them being in the real world, so I guess it's a continuation from there. We shall see. Iconic bikey poos. They do look cool as fuck. I do love the look of them. I was wondering, because they're in the real world, does it not have the barriers? I guess that answered the question pretty quickly. Here, come here, you.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, no, okay. Was that Gillian Anderson? Was that Gillian Anderson? World Collide by any chance? Of course. Oh, hello.
Ready? Because there's no going back.
That was definitely Jeff Bridges' voice, wasn't it? That sounded like Jeff Bridges' voice. Am I going crazy there? But that sounded like Jeff Bridges' voice. I thought it looked pretty good. I did think it looked pretty good, actually. I quite like the look of that. I put it this way: I would like to know more. I would like to know more. Now, there's no. I tell you what, it needs that Daft Punk score, which it's not going to get. But you know, that would take it to the next level. But that looked all right. I thought that looked like I'd like to know more. It's not a bad substitute, and it did what a trailer should do. It has my interest. So it's not a bad thing to have. Is grabbing somebody's interest. Joel Cargerman with a $5 says, "Hi, Az. Schedule one for Sunday Funday sometime. It's fun and there's a lot of buzz around it. We were gonna do it today, but X-Ray Girl can't make today. Mr. Pork Chop is stepping in again, so I think we're gonna do repo again, so that when we start schedule one, X-Ray Girl's got to be there from the start instead of starting without her." Hangry's Angry's been a member for 36. Hangry's Angry, thank you. Teddy with a £5 says, "Christ, the only thing I'm buying is Calvin and Hobbes reprinted small books. Such a massive place in my heart for my childhood and my late dad." I used to get Garfield. I used to get Calvin and Hobbes myself. Wonderful, wonderful little comic strips. Marty Gassler with another $5 says, "If I send you that Harley Quinn fart comic, will you read it and scratch and sniff the farts on stream?" No. Because I honestly just don't care, Mikey. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Brett Leafers with a 5 gifted memberships to the stream. Brett, thank you, sir. Slick Rick, woo, with a $5 says, "Rachel Gould said it best. When a forest grows too wild, a purging fire is inevitable and natural. The AAA game studio lit their own fires." Yeah, and they stood in the middle of the forest, and then they lit the fire all around them. Oh, well. If I send farts, will you smell? I know, the state of our careers, mate. The state of our career. If I send you a scratch and sniff comic, will you scratch and sniff it? No. Ah, fuck. All right. Okay. Sorry, my sister dropped me a text and I could answer it really quickly, so I did. Darius Brown with the $5 says, "Brown here." Darius White, I should say, who is Brown. but it's white. Darius White, who's brown, with a $5 says, Brown here adds question. What's your criteria for things that deserve open vocal derision and those that deserve total avoidance and lack of attention? Okay, that's actually a really good question, dude. This isn't an exact science because there's always curveballs. When something like let's use this fart comic for example. When something is created to literally just be obnoxious and try and piss off as many people as possible, it serves no purpose then to antagonize, then I tend to leave it alone for the most part. When something is created where somebody thinks they have the moral high ground, that they can judge you and talk down to you, then those are the ones that I love to fucking rip apart with my teeth. Because those are the people whose hubris needs slapping down, as opposed to the people who are intentionally trying to get attention on their whatever it is. I have no interest in drawing any attention to the fart comic. But with something like the Assassin's Creed, for example, we had a bunch of fucking white libtards trying to tell Japan what their history should be, showing complete and utter disrespect. And this is a $1 billion company, and it needs to be brought down. It needs to be fucking slapped back down to realism. So it's not an exact science, but that's the kind of thing that I go down. It's the same when something gets so bloated and just, Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, when they just try to moralize and tell you how to live their lives when they're probably some of the biggest pieces of shit in the world, then I'm okay. Then I'm okay. Darth Gorbag with a $5 super sticker of a gamepad. Thank you, Darth Gorbag. Mighty Gassler with another $5. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and Shadows is the first game in the franchise that I have not bought. And that says something. Well, that's when the apathy hits. We're fans, a big fan of Doctor Who, big fan of Star Wars, big fan of Star Trek, big fan of DC Comics. There comes a time where it becomes your last purchase of something. Whether it be a video game, a comic, a desktop, whatever it is. If they piss you off to such a degree, and when the apathy hits, then it's like, I used to collect Star Wars shit like it was going out of fashion. Now I won't touch it. Now I won't touch it. And that happens. That will happen. The more a company pushes, the more a company tries to moralize to you, and they try to apply ideology above fun, the more people they will lose. Mr. Wayne with a $5 says, Sup, home slice. Are you a Tron fam? New teaser just dropped for Tron 3 Ares. Plenty to be highly skeptical of, but looked like a solid teaser. Yeah, I just had a look at it now. It has my interest. I gotta say, the only thing that made me go, ugh, was seeing Jared Leto. That was the only thing that made me kind of go, oh. Let's just say I'm not aboard the Jared Leto train, and haven't been for a long time now. So that was the only thing that made me kind of, but everything else looked solid. Look like it could be interesting. Mr. Wayne again with a $2 says, also, yeah, Angry Joe is definitely a bell end. I think so. With my dealings with him, yes, I can say, because I have had discussions with Angry Joe, I can say that my conclusion is he's a dick. Brett Leafers with a $20 says for the demonetization. Thank you, because it's if I'm not gonna get hit on the Tron, I'm definitely gonna get hit on the Naked Gun. Scott Philbin with a 43-month membership says keeping my Sunday happy. Good lad. And to catch up, TJ Klink with a $5 says Hollywood and game devs are like children that haven't learned that actions have consequences. Nobody watch my shit. They must be ists and isms. Yeah, it's actually a fundamental lack of taking any responsibility. But here's the thing. When you operate off a system of meritocracy, people take responsibility for their actions because they are legitimately acting or creating what they think could, be what is in your interest. So if they tend to fail, they tend to take responsibility for that. Oh, where did we miss the mark? Why did this one not land? What did we do wrong? That's what happens when you operate in a meritocracy system. When you are operating off a fucking DEI ESG system where people don't deserve their jobs in the first place, the last thing that they're going to do is take responsibility for their actions because they know they'll be fucking fired. So when you operate off the systems that we have now, they ain't going to take responsibility. Can't be my fault. Got to be your fault. Got to be the customer's fault. That's where we are. We got a PayPal tip coming through. I don't want to dox them, so I'm just going to say JS sent a £10 and threepence. Says for the hoose. Good day, sir. Good day to you. Good day to you. Okay, we can watch the. I'm gonna get Mauler in for the Naked Gun trailer. Let's get Mauler in for the Naked Gun trailer. And TJ, thank you again. Right, let me just open up Discord. Because if I'm gonna get demonetized, I might as well get demonetized in flames. You know what I'm saying? Not a fan. Let's see if he picks it up. Let's see if he picks up. Boop 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 boop. Oh, what? Don't know what. Boop 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 boop. Now I gotta confess, I have seen this trailer. Okay. I won't put you on a spot. I'll give you. All right, I have seen this trailer and I thought it looked horrendous. Apart from the O.J. Simpson joke, which I admittedly did chuckle at. But I thought everything else looked like Zack Snyder had remade The Naked Gun. Sorry, Mikey. No. Gore Weaver, armed and hammered with a 20 gifted memberships to the stream. Bloody hell, Nora. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. And Crimson Shadow with a £3 fist bump. Super sticker for you. Gore Weaver, armed and hammered. Is that legalized? I don't know. Yeah, so I saw it, and I gotta say, I was just like, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. Was I right to call you in Discord, or should I invite you onto the stream? Which should I have done? Yeah. I'll send you an invite. I'll drop it in the real BBC link. All right. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, sorry. I'm so used to talking to Morley on Discord that I just defaulted it into sending him a Discord call. Right. Let's send him a link in the real BBC link ting. Boosh. There you go. For Morley. And then he'll pop here in a sec. And then we'll do the Naked Gun trailer. You couldn't hear Morley. Okay, good. You couldn't hear him anyway. Excellent. Good news, they couldn't even hear you on screen.
I was going to say, that's the thing to join in the backstage for. It's like, you couldn't hear him. Good.
Good. Yeah. Okay, wow. So we'll go back through that again. So I saw the trailer. I thought it looked awful, apart from the OJ joke, which I did laugh at. Because it's funny. It is a funny joke. Admittedly, it is a funny joke. But I thought it just looked so... It looks so violent and bloody. And it's just like, this is nothing about what the Naked Gun stands for, kind of like.
So are we watching it, or are we just talking about it? Or...
No, I'm just kind of giving you my initial.
So I had that exact same thought. And then I was thinking about it for a little longer, and I was wondering if that's tied to there's a world where this is a result of good decisions. I'm just not sure if we're in that world. So, they clearly want... My big issue is calling it the Naked Gun, honestly, like instead of something else, because the idea of being like, Leslie Nielsen, how old was he in the first Naked Gun?
He was 50s, I think, late 50s.
Was he really?
Was it first Naked Gun is what, 1990?
Let me check.
No, 60. It'd be 60 odd. Yeah, that was 60.
Well, Liam Neeson is currently 70 something, right? Let me look. 72.
No,
he is 72. Damn.
Shit.
Okay, well,
I did not know that.
So, if like it's so weird, especially for me, because before this was announced ages ago, right? Like, I have this whole history with I've mentioned it on EFAB and here and there on streams, but my dad, like, always, whenever one of these actors comes up, he will say Leslie Nielsen or Liam Nelson. Like, he'll never get the names right. He'll always mix the two of them up. And the fact that this is the actor that they chose to not only sort of spiritually succeed Leslie Nielsen, but at the same time, like, I understand the logic, because Liam Neeson has gone on a big, long arc of serious, violent films. He's a very serious actor. But then you see... was it
Extras? Oh, no. It's A Small World, or whatever it's called. Little People, or whatever it's called.
Well, you got a couple of things. Like, he was in Once Upon a Time, or A Million Ways to Die in the West, which is an awful film, but Liam Neeson's kind of fun in it. He was in Ted, and a lot of people share the scene in Ted where it's just like one cameo where he talks very seriously about how tricks are for kids and yet adults can buy them. Like, it's not too bad, but the best is when he's in Life is Short.
Life is Short, yeah.
Where he just says, I have AIDS. Like that kind of... When he's so serious and it's not working.
Where are you going? I got raped. It's just like...
I feel like I've seen that scene many times, and it's funny every time. And you'll be like, how? Why? And it's like, it's because he's delivering it so fucking seriously. And in a sense, I'm like, I can see why you'd want to pick him in the role of who can, in the next generation, so to speak. But then, of course, it's like, this film seems to want to not copy and paste. So we're not doing the Naked Gun. We're doing
Sure.
Liam Neeson's version, which reflects his career, which is a violent career. So I'm trying
Mm.
to give him some room. I'm like, okay, I guess you're trying to sort of lampoon his history and give him the space to do this. And which is, in a sense, a good thing to move yourself away from Leslie Nielsen's Naked Gun, if that's what we're doing. But this is seriously like the nicest assumption I can make before seeing the
Yeah,
movie. You know,
sure. I'm trying desperately not to say, wow, that's a cope.
well, it is a trailer, so you know, but
I'm just thinking, how can I say that in a much nicer way to Morley? I look, if you want to distance yourself, like distance yourself from the original trilogy, because he's Frank Drebin in this, but Frank Drebin's son, Frank Drebin Jr.
Yeah.
Then just create a new comedy franchise.
I think I hope they lead into this. Somebody actually pointed out with the assumed child of Frank Drebin in the original trilogy that Liam Neeson would canonically be like 30 years old.
Yes.
They should lead into that.
Well, he would be he'd be 30s.
That would that's an easy place for some jokes, I'd say. But
there's a difference between serious and deadpan. Leslie Nielsen wasn't serious, he was deadpan.
Yes.
Anyway,
So,
should we say
well, so I was going to say, then we come back to my primary thing of, I don't know if this should be called the Naked Gun, but then again, I'm not exactly sure what I would call it. If it's just a new thing,
creatively bankrupt.
You could actually call it that. You could actually call it
that could be
creatively
a good name,
bankrupt.
yeah.
And it could work. And
Yeah.
we could say, like, this looks like fun.
Your comedy series, Lampoon, creatively bankrupt. You're literally just redoing all the shit.
Yeah, and like the plot line involves bankruptcy and fucking artworks getting stolen or some shit just to justify that title on a story level, you know?
Yeah. You twist that title to be the leading motivation of the protagonist.
The thing chat wouldn't know is that me and Az are fresh off of rewatching Naked Gun trilogy. Okay, like we are technically experts on it. I love those films; they're great. So obviously,
we literally just spent the last 3 weeks watching the trilogy and recording Free Fat. So
the notion that it's like we're rebooting it is just immediately like, ugh, go away. But
isn't this the perfect timing based off literally we just saw all three in the last 3 weeks?
It is. It's weird. Well, so the night we recorded Naked Gun 3, the trailer came out the following day.
Yes, it did.
That is weird. That is very
weird and very apropos, I believe is the term.
I don't know what's going on there. Some crazy demon
shenanigans
is fucking around, but yeah.
So my God, dude, if I see this fucking Paramount logo, chat, everything that we've been recording, I think virtually everything had the Paramount logo come up first, which also showed God, Paramount used to actually produce great comedy.
Well, I saw I was listening to Red Letter Media review Minecraft last night, which is surreal, and they mentioned that the one thing about Naked Gun that's nice is that there's a full-on comedy getting released, and then there's like a pause, and it's like, well, it is a reboot though. It's like, yeah, it feels like it doesn't count as much when it's not original because we're still in that place, no original comedies, and I don't know, this feels kneecapped. Like it can only be so funny because of the fact that it's desperately trying to reach towards something else.
That's why you need new franchises.
Yeah.
So they can be their own thing.
They should have called it Creatively Bankrupt.
Creatively Bankrupt. I think that's a great name for it.
And they could have said it was a spiritual successor to Naked Gun.
Yeah. From the people who would have loved to have made the Naked Gun.
Yeah, that would be funny to put on the poster.
Yes.
Brought to you by the people who love Naked Gun.
yes. Jeez, dude, we oh my God, we're already streets ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
Go!
Right. I have to stop it already. I saw this start and I was just like, you're shitting me. You are kidding me if you think this is a
So yeah, immediately
It
not
was
the
a
Naked
very
Gun.
specific world which
Yes.
people lived in. And it was not this.
I know exactly what you mean. The style, the way it's shot, the editing. It's like, oh, so yeah, they've not even tried to get the Naked Gun world. Okay.
No, but I think the first gag, they get the first gag completely wrong as well. But
SWAT units responding to hostage situation.
by the way, is this where they filmed The Dark Knight?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. It kind of looks like the bank that they used in The Dark Knight. But it's just like this. I was just like, what is this? Zack Snyder's fucking Justice League?
Again, it's my guess is it's just if you heard the creators, they would say something like, "Well, yeah, but it's supposed to come across as like a generic Liam Neeson action film, but it's the joke is that it won't be."
Okay, let me ask you this then. Do you think there's legs in a franchise that is literally lampooning just Liam Neeson?
It would have to be really fucking funny, but even then, I don't know. I don't know how much audience. But bro, we haven't got much to work with in terms of guessing how audiences feel about comedies these days, do we?
No,
they don't make them.
Yeah, they haven't made it. Well, as you're going to find out from the comedy
we
art,
have many sad conversations.
Yeah,
about
there's a lot of conversations. Was the late 2000 and 2000 and noughts, early 2010s the last time comedy existed? But this is just like, holy shit, what the hell is this?
Hey, little girl, stop.
Okay, so when I saw this, I was like, oh god, that's gonna be Frank Drebin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you've already failed on the joke because A, I can see it from a mile away, and B, they completely missed the gag here. Because in the Naked Gun, something could just come out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But this is literally setting up the nowhere. As opposed to
I get what you
Frank
mean.
Drebin wouldn't be if he was dressed as a schoolgirl, he would actually be Frank Drebin dressed as a schoolgirl.
I know exactly what you mean, and it would be fucking hilarious because the other characters would likely fall for it.
Yes, and then they'd be like, "There's no way this is going to work," and every character would fall for it, being "Hello, little girl,"
and he wouldn't even put on a voice. He'd just be like, "Hello,
hello, I've come to get my lollipops or something. Here's some cookies. Oh, we'll take all the cookies." So this is just like, okay, well, this is going to be Frank Drebin in disguise, and it's going to be ridiculous. And
it's not very well hidden. The joke it's practically spotlighted
well
ahead of time, to the point where had she been a hostage and you're moving around different targets, and then she stands up and they're like, "Hey," and then the reveal happens, like, at least that would be a little bit better. But doing it this way, it's like, oh right, this is like the big joke of the whole trailer. They were very proud of this one. And
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
That's the sound that.
Yeah, I didn't. I was just like, oh no.
Well, yeah, this stuff didn't work for me, but as you said, the last joke does.
The last joke does, yeah. Funny that the only joke that works is because somebody does do the Naked Gun thing, which is kind of look at the camera and not say anything because we're all thinking the same thing.
Yes.
So it's actually, that is clever. It's easy, but it's clever and it works. And then the music's like, it sounded, it's just like, why would you pick this? 72. The Naked Gun trilogy had been finished and he was 65.
That makes a lot. He looked like an old ass man early on, huh? Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, but he kind of looked that age for decades.
He did. Almost. Well, because I remember when I was younger, I was just like, that man doesn't seem to age. I feel like everything I watch him in, he's the same.
He was white haired, sort of grey white haired early, sort of earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Seth's. I think I got PTSD from Seth's involved in comedy.
He's a. I mean, maybe it's generous, but I'd say he's like hit and miss. Sometimes he can do stuff that's, you know.
I gotta say, when I saw Seth, my brain immediately went Rogan. Because he just seems to be invested in everything. So I was actually, when I saw he was actually McFarlane, I was like, but then it says from producer. I'm like, just exactly how much input did he have?
Probably a lot.
You reckon?
Probably a lot. I mean,
no.
same for Akiva Schaffer as well, who, funnily enough, Akiva Schaffer is responsible for Hot Rod, but that was a long time ago.
Oh, fuck. I know that film.
You do know that film.
Oh, wow.
So
because now I'm expecting a bunch of "do you remember when" jokes.
I mean, this is the thing about this trailer. It's like this is not enough for me to know yet whether or not, you know.
Okay, well. Like the digital blood. I'm like, what?
Again, like the way I see this is just it's like Liam Neeson movies. You know, like, all right. I don't know.
But wouldn't it be more fun if he stuck the lollipop? 'Cause it's so big. If he stuck it over his mouth, and it's like, you know,
well, he just toss it in one of their mouths, right?
Yeah, he throws it into one of their mouths. But you know, you're thinking lollipop, and volume's very loud. I'm quite happy to turn it down.
It'd be helpful copyright anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So he stabs the dude, but it's just like throws it into his mouth. Okay.
That's the thing. Now you've got me thinking about making Naked Gun jokes. It's what a fun process, because those films are very, very creative. Like you'll see eventually, chat. We were losing it with some of the jokes in Naked Gun.
Yeah. Even today.
Yeah. And it's just a huge opportunity to the world at any point can completely change compared to what you expect. To just, you know, like I've seen people sharing more and more clips from it recently because of this trailer. But you remember the one where he's having to pay off someone to get more information. He's like, maybe I don't remember. Maybe, you know, and they keep paying. Then that guy asks Frank something, and he's like, maybe I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like,
what did this do? Yeah.
And that's the kind of like, there's so many clever fucking jokes in there.
Can you stop me at 20? Here you go. Yeah. What about now?
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, my brain is just like, this is not how it would unfold in a Naked Gun movie in the slightest. But yeah.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
No.
We're also in this weird place. It's like Frank Drebin reboot, Naked Gun, but also no, it is a sequel. I Am His Son. You're like, why'd you do? I know the answer to this question, but why did you do that?
Yeah, I know why they did that.
Yeah,
The new version.
Maybe.
No.
You know, maybe.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. See, right. I think that is a masterclass in how to not break the fourth wall. Perfect masterclass is to not how to not break the fourth wall. Is to literally state the obvious to the camera.
It could be just a trailer line.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr.
Oh man, that makes me sad. That made me see that there makes me sad.
No, when news came that he had died, I was legit confused for a second, because I was just like, I thought, like, when you're younger, you sort of had this sense that the certain actors are just going to live fucking ever.
But even they didn't even get the Sergeant Frank Drebin Detective Lieutenant Police Squad, which would have been like brackets all-time bad guy catches. That's not even funny.
Yeah, it feels like there's a huge opportunity for loads of jokes there. Like, in memory of
Yeah.
your dedicated service to the Los Angeles, it's like, surely you'd be like, we got to take advantage of that. We got to make it more funny. Like everything to do with this.
Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do
I don't even know if that's his.
I miss you.
Okay, so they're so they're all Okay, that's the only thing that it's the only thing I laughed at.
I think everyone liked that joke.
Yeah, and it's because he killed people.
That is true. That is correct. That is why.
Because he killed 2 people. August the 1st. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yeah. Dude. Not put it this way.
Yeah.
Hasn't got off on the best foot for me. But I got a feeling that's going to be the only thing I love in the whole film. Maybe he's that guy looking at the camera to O.J. Simpson. So, fuck. Yeah, I don't even want to. I think we said what we need to say there. I don't see how that. It just doesn't seem to have the right vibe, the right. It kind of comes across as somebody who's never seen them, and Seth MacFarlane has 100% seen the Naked Gun movies multiple times. But it's like you just didn't get the point, didn't get it.
There's a chance it can work. I don't think I'm ever going to like that it's called The Naked Gun.
But I don't see the comedy in just lampooning Liam Neeson's acting career as a serious ass kicker. I don't see the comedy there. Oh look, it's Liam Neeson playing Frank Drebin Jr. doing violent stuff.
There's some memes that it depends on how good the writing team are, honestly, because you could have like there's all kinds of scenarios you can come up with that will creatively make fun of Liam Neeson's films. Like just off the top of my head, that thing everyone always makes fun of, the multiple shots where he gets over the fence in Taken 3. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
So they could easily have an action scene where there's a fence and he, it takes like 50 shots for him to get over it. Something absurd and involves some jokes, and that's just one of like a million different examples of things you can take from his movies. The way that he kills people, or it's not impossible. You need talented writers, and we're not inundated with them.
This is an interesting comment, I feel. Mauler and Ad's generational gap showing up right now. Well, there's 20 years odd between Morley and me for a start.
I don't think that makes sense. You and I have the same.
But yeah, I was going to say, there's a difference between generational gap and humor.
Well, it's not even just that. So what do we need to have seen? It's like we've both seen the shit out of Naked Gun. Granted, you saw it way earlier than I did, but I still saw it early in my lifespan. So it's like embedded in my brain as it is for you. And then, of course, we've both seen plenty of Liam Neeson action films.
Yeah.
That's all you need for this conversation.
Yeah. So there's no, and if you're saying it's a generational gap of humor's moved on, or, I would say that where was the humor in the trailer?
Well,
very obvious telegraphed inverted commas what's meant to be a joke, which I don't even think was funny, and then he stabs the guy with a lollipop stick, which
I think they would tell
assuming
you that that's a Liam Neeson career sort of joke, that he's so violent he's killing them with a lollipop, and it's like,
okay, so did that make it funny?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it depends on how well they can do, but it wouldn't matter if they were doing it in the Naked Gun way either if they're not going to be very good at it. You know, like
then he threw the lollipop in the guy's mouth and he just falls over. And I just don't see the gap. Like the funny, right? I think, correct if I'm wrong here. If you think I'm wrong, I think when he throws the lollipop into the guy's mouth, they thought that was as funny as when people throw the towels and the pillows at Frank and he goes,
I can definitely understand that was potentially what they thought, but obviously nowhere near as funny.
No, because the guy didn't react. He just had the lollipop thrown in his mouth and fell over. So there's no even reaction to any of that. The other guy just got fucking brutally stabbed with a pointy stick.
I mean, again, we can't work with much because it's only a trailer, but like I completely understand your perspective. I'm pretty much with you, except what I seem to believe the premise could have potential if someone who could write was to be able to do it. But I mean, you know,
I want to say that the comedy's been made for a lesser intelligent audience because the Naked Gun jokes, you don't have to be intelligent to get them because a lot of them are just visual gags. There are some fun little verbal knickknacks here and there, but most of it is a visual thing. The Zucker Abraham mostly is visual. It's absurdist, lampoonist humor, and a lot of the gags are purely just visual. There's no, when I say intelligence, there's intelligence in the creation of them, but you don't have to be like fucking Brain of Britain or Einstein to be like, oh yes, I see what you did there with that joke. No, I just think we're at the point where it's just not funny. There's a difference between comedy and not funny anymore. And I just didn't see the humor in that at all. Apart from the OJ thing, and that's just because OJ killed people.
Well, as you said, it's pretty easy. It would be neat if they can pull off jokes with a similar sort of power level, but are actually a bit more difficult to do, a bit more clever.
Mm.
Do you remember when in Naked Gun 3 where they spot him in the third act and a bunch of security guards start chasing him and he throws 2 like empty bins and all of them get taken out by them? it's so fucking funny. There's so many jokes. So the third act of Naked Gun 3 like completely pulled it together for me as a film because I thought it was a little weaker than 1 and 2.
It started off a bit weaker, but then got stronger as it went on. Actually,
yeah.
But I would think if there was a meme to sum up that trailer, it would be them all slapping the heads at the end of Naked Gun 3.
A little bit. I mean, you know, I guess from the concept of it, right? Someone telling you they're rebooting Naked Gun to watching that trailer, do you go up or down or stay the same? As in terms of like expecting?
No, when I heard that they're rebooting it, I was just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just not because, well, purely because we all know you're just never going to do it.
It could never be as good as the first Naked Gun. The first Naked Gun is excellent.
But it's not just that they're all so good. You know, particularly the first one is excellent. The second one's pretty good. Third one, like I said, it got stronger on as it went on. But Liam Neeson is iconic within his own right. Just absolutely iconic in that. And you can't replicate iconic. You can't do that. You can't say, oh, this is the problem with reboots and remakes and all this kind of stuff, is they're literally taking stuff which is amazing and going, we're going to reboot it. Right. So now you're going to make something which isn't amazing because you cannot replicate the fucking strength of whatever it is. You want to remake something that was shit and try and make it into something good. But you try and always remaking these great things, expecting lightning to strike again when you're just never going to be able to replicate that magic.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this like 1,000 times, and I'm trying to think of what are the examples of successful reboots. There are some, but they're very, very, very few.
Battlestar Galactica. That's TV series. I'm trying to think. Successful reboot. Chat, you want to get involved here?
Top Gun Maverick. Does that count?
It's a sequel. It's not a reboot. Yeah. Technically, it's a sequel. Just fucking 40 years later. That's all.
Planet of the Apes. Yeah, that's probably fair.
Oof. It's like somebody going, do you know what? We're gonna repaint the Mona Lisa.
Dude, someone just said John Carpenter's the thing. I always find that very funny because it's like, we only have to go back to like 82.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. It's not wrong, but yeah, what was it? Yeah. Early 80s.
The Mummy. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. This is what I mean. There exists examples, but then it's like examples of failed reboots. It's like, well, can't really fit them all into a 10-hour conversation, you know?
That's it. You. I'm going to quickly nick to the loo. You tell chat, give examples of reboots that worked.
All right. Well, no, because I think Az is absolutely right. There's a couple of elements that make this, because you know, we all, include, you know, everyone in chat, I imagine, whenever they announce something like this, and we've got many left, by the way, it's far from over. There is an instant disgust, and I think there's two sides to it, right? The first is that you don't want it rebooted because it is what it is, and what's so meaningful about it is that it is what it is. But then the other half is just how bad so many reboots have been. So it's like there's no hope. You know, once upon a time, adaptations and sequels would maybe give a sense that things were gonna like that's a really cool thing that's happening. Oh my god, I can't wait. But these days, like everything is met with much more scrutiny because just how awful so many things have been. And you know, this goes well beyond our corner of the internet, so to speak. This is, financially speaking, a disastrous time for a lot of companies that are releasing this sort of stuff, and they don't know what to do. They don't. Hence the panicking reboots of almost fucking everything. A Naked Gun is one of those ones where you're like, oh god, they're rebooting that. Like, stay away. And you know, we've got plenty of other examples of stuff they're digging up now from just the corners of culture that you would never have expected them to. You know, we're still waiting for Gremlins 3 will eventually happen, and it'll probably be a reboot, sequel, requel, whatever you want to call it, midquel. And then I still wait for the day that Back to the Future is announced as I would have held on,
but I've been holding on to that for about an hour, and I literally got it.
In closing,
yeah.
What I was saying was you were correct in your assessment, but it wouldn't even matter if they were incapable of recreating the Naked Gun. Nobody wants them to. I don't think anyway.
Exactly, because if you recreate it, then you're just copying, and if you try and outdo the best, you don't have the ability.
And you know, there's so many more people. It's not just like Leslie Nielsen, as much as he's fantastic and integral. It's, you know, it's the writing, it's the way that it's shot, it's the creative, you know, vision behind the whole thing, the cohesiveness of all the team that went into it, and the time it was made, and what they knew, and how much respect they would have had for what they're making at the time and what they're making fun of. And all of these pieces is like, do you really think they're going to be able to not only possess all of those talents, but transpose them to a modern environment that's going to really properly give us a fantastic modern version of the Naked Gun that we're going to be like, yes, everyone should check it out. Like I said, I never like to say these things are impossible, but unlikely.
I will say that the ratio is 85,000 likes to 4.5 dislikes.
I mean, I would have said, I assume people broadly enjoyed the trailer. I would have assumed that, because you know, we belong to a little bit more of someone would call cynical, maybe pessimistic. I would rather the word realistic.
Realistic, yes, I would say.
I don't know how many times we have to go through this process before it's considered like we're just looking at history, and then
Yeah.
I'm happy to be wrong, but
But the trailer hasn't look, they very rarely break the fourth wall in the Naked Gun movies. They broke it twice in that fucking trailer. So something tells me that maybe there's going to be a lot of gags which are going to end up with them looking at the camera. Could be wrong, but I got a feeling that's they might be looking at the old Deadpool route as opposed to. I haven't liked them breaking to the fourth wall in Deadpool. Let's start using that a lot in the Naked Gun.
And there's the thing about does Waller like anything? It's like, I fucking love the original trilogy for Naked Gun. It's amazing, and it's part of what's motivated me to talk about this right now.
The question should be what's wrong with having taste? What's wrong with having standards? What's wrong with that? What we have to? Are we meant to laugh at that trailer? Are we meant to go ha 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 ha? Yeah, so good. Look, the 72-year-old man's in a fucking schoolgirl outfit. Let's giggle. It was very obvious, but let's giggle because joke. Were we not meant to have standards anymore? Let's finish off these supers, and then I need to take a break until Sunday Fun Day.
Ooh.
So we've got Harry Brownhole with the two Canadians says also not liking CG for gags in new Naked Gun.
Again, I agree, but simultaneously, if I were on their team, I'd be like, we got to make some jokes with this. As in, like, someone gets shot, CG blood splatters across the wall, and then it disappears in the next shot, and you have that noticed as like or like it just doesn't look real. Actually trying to make fun of CG. Wouldn't it been more funny then if like a tomato ketchup kind of like spurt came out then instead of squib what CGI? If that could be something? You actually have the CG ones and the squibs like back and forth, and it gets confusing, and that gets commented on as well. Like, I would want to workshop the shit out of this if you actually, by gunpoint force me to make as best a possible script as I could with the jokes here, because a lot of it, yes, I'm more than willing for them to try and make fun of, in the same vein of what the Naked Gun was making fun of as a broad sort of baseline. I understand that a modern one would be making fun more so of more modern films and stuff. So it's like, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so don't call it Naked Gun and have Liam Neeson lampooning those types of Taken movies. And
still believe in your creatively bankrupt. I think that's a good title. And like it was said, let everyone know that you consider it a spiritual successor to Naked Gun, but not Naked Gun.
Yeah, from the people who loved the Naked Gun, for the people who loved the Naked Gun and tried to copy it. Yeah, creatively bankrupt.
There's jokes to be made, but yes, I agree. Looking at the CG blood already is like.
Dark Knight Rider with a $5 says, I always wanted a Naked Gun sequel to have the squad car chase. There is. It's called Police Squad. It's called Police Squad. It was a series. It's called Police Squad. To have the squad car chasing a white Bronco during the opening credits with Norberg getting out of it at the end. Oh,
nice reference. Good stuff.
Yeah, good reference.
I like it. We can't offend him. He's dead now.
Yeah, you can't offend the murderer. Dawnbreak with a $5 says, I can never understand why people get so mad when you call out unnecessary anime/game or movie remakes like Chill.
Well, I think a lot of people, in a sort of reasonable way, try to have some hope for the next thing to entertain, and this trailer worked for a lot of people. So it's like, oh, you're being a Sally no face. I don't know, a sad sack of like not liking it. But to me, this is just another example of the exact same shit we've been getting for what feels like 2 decades now.
And there's a huge difference between a like on YouTube and a ticket sale at the cinema.
Debbie Downer, Negative Nancy. Those are better than what I said.
Don't break it with a $10 says, I'm just calling out slop when I see slop. If it's a necessary remake, that's fine. If it's just remaking the original, but for modern times, that's slop. Most of the remakes are slop. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
Well, I was saying when you were gone to the toilet, like it just Naked Gun is especially the kind of one that's just like, oh my god, they're remaking fucking everything.
Yeah, just don't. Nothing's sacred anymore. Star Wars will get remade.
Yeah, that'll be.
And we all know it. It'll be Disney's Hail Mary.
You know what's funny? Post the Avengers films, the MCU's getting remade. You know, they rebooted, right? They go back to the clean timeline. That's just like, that's fucking crazy. But that's where we're at. We're rebooting.
Who knows? Who fucking knows now?
Oh, I mean, isn't it all but confirmed? Like because they think that'll fix the problem, but it won't.
It won't, because they'll create a whole new problem with the slop from the. Because it's the writing that's the problem, or a huge problem anyway. The oversaturation is a huge problem as well, but the oversaturation and the writing are the problems. These are not well written stories. These are not clever. These are not interesting. These are not entertaining stories. The shit. And they're using the shit versions of the characters now as well, which makes it even worse. Dawnbreaker with another $10 says, what I consider a necessary remake is one that does the source material justice. I think that's meant to be. If the original movie / anime or game fumbled the bag with the source material. Yeah, I would say, right. Dredd, Judge Dredd and Dredd, I would say are two good examples of this. I think the Stallone Judge Dredd movie, pretty shit.
What?
Yes.
I loved it when he says, I am.
And then Dredd is fucking amazing with Carl Urban. So there's that. Now you could obviously just say reboot, whatever, but
dude, do you remember when Frank wants to chase the surgeon who's mind controlled in Naked Gun 1 in a car, and the fucking test driver, like the learner driver, pulls up, and so he gets in, and throughout the entire sequence, the trainer is just calmly saying, like, now turn right, now
turn right at this next intersection, just turn right. And
there's this moment where Frank from the back seat is shooting at the car in front, and the lady in the driver's seat starts rolling up the window.
Now then, put your hand straight out of the window.
Extend your
middle finger. Dawnbreaker with the $2 says Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a good example.
Oh yeah, that is technically, because correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but they did Full Metal Alchemist when the manga hadn't finished yet, so they had to make an ending. And then when the manga had finished, they made Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is the adaptation that has the ending from the source. So
yeah,
and I hear there are good things about both of them. Like there's good reason to watch them both, but Brotherhood's the one that I've seen.
Caps Lock with a $10 says, hey guys, glad you're okay. I just finished a video about these woke charlatans called Dagoth Rants about the Gaming Circle Jerk subreddit. Hopefully the fatherless tankies who infest our industry go away. They'll go kicking and screaming, I fear. Dawnbreaker with another $5 says, another fantastic remake is Peter Jackson's King Kong, one movie where Jack Black actually acted and was a great part of the film.
I don't I have 50-50 on Long Kong. Like it's I like lots of it, I don't like lots of it. But the interesting thing is, I think I agree with the fact that Jack Black had to act in that film, Whereas now, because you're not seeing the Minecraft movie, I assume.
No, but I've just seen what it's taken.
I know, dude. He in that film, in Minecraft, and in pretty much everything now, Jack Black has like a one mode, and it's fucking sad because he doesn't have to do anything anymore. You know, there's lots of memes about this. He much like The Rock, much like I think people use Kevin Hart. There's a few others, but there's just these actors who. It's like the worst kind of typecast. They get paid shit tons, of course. Good for them, I suppose. But
the domestic is in for Minecraft
for day one.
For the weekend.
But the weekend's not over.
Yeah, but the Sunday's always predicted, and then it's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what are we looking at?
It is 157 million opening weekend domestic.
Which we did have a look on EFAP, and the estimated budget is like 150 million, I think.
Something along those lines.
Dude, that movie is so fucking bad too. But
I imagine it is. My nephew, who's 11, loved it. Thought it's fun.
No, yeah,
he's a Minecraft player as well, so he.
Yeah. I mentioned this on EFAP as well, but when I went to the cinema, it was fucking stacked. It was between, let's say, I can't remember what the times were. So let's say between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. where that was the slot that we could go and see it, me and my mum. So I opened up the like fucking 15 showings in that time slot, and all of it was booked in everything except 2 seats on one showing really far back and to the left. So
and to the left.
Yeah, so like we got those. And when I went there, the fucking crowds, man. The passion, the Minecraft aura, it was just throughout the whole theater. And honestly, one of the things I thought about when I saw it was like, man, this theater chain must be fucking over the moon for Minecraft. It's like, thank you so much.
Because the kids there, so you're going to sell popcorn, you're going to sell treats, you're going to sell all kinds of extras to go along with this. There you go on the screen. 157 million domestic.
Like I said,
opening weekend.
I was just like, holy shit, this film's going to make money.
Oh, I did. I said, I just knew it would, because Snow White was meant to trap families and it got nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And Minecraft has got such a big following in kids, like a colossal following in kids. This was a family movie. This was going to print money. I knew it. Boom. This is going to be the most successful video game movie adaptation of all time.
Yeah, it's got to defeat Mario, but it probably will.
Yeah, bro. Then we'll see the legs on it. Yeah. It's got a good chance.
But yeah, I think there's a good chance for it as well.
But yeah. Oh, they needed this. The cinemas needed this. Big time. I want to know what the international is. It's not updated yet. They still haven't updated the numbers there. But I want to know what the international is as well, because I want to know what the worldwide is after the first weekend. But that is huge. Carl Hauser, the two Canadians, says, do we think Airplane will be redone? Or depends probably on how successful movies like this remake is.
I was actually about to say, yeah, it could very well be dependent on Naked Gun's success. If Naked Gun was very successful, then I'd say, yeah, that would probably end up in the pipeline.
Is it going to... Dawnbreaker with the $2 says, why must flaming shit make all the money? Kids film. Unless
it was mentioned like on our discussions that Minecraft is just a big juicy cow to milk. They've not milked it yet for movies.
Yes.
So like, say for example, you release 3 of these, by the 3rd, it's going to be making a shit ton less money. Like if you have this quality of film, it's not going to be able to get further than benefiting from an already built-in audience, but that they will get tired. This is like arguably what Disney would love for Marvel and Star Wars, but they have squeezed those fucking IPs to absolute death. Like they are ghouls now. And that can happen to Minecraft. It's just going to take a few years, that's all.
Sure. I mean, we're definitely going to get a Minecraft 2 now, and most likely a Minecraft 3 might get the Sonic treatment, but it's doing, better than Sonic. Fun with collecting with the $2 is the Hustler, Color of Money, Cruise can do a third. Could do. Andrew Cram has been a member for 9 months. Andrew, thank you. Right, and on that bombshell, we are caught up, chat. So I'm going to skedaddle because I need to get something inside of me food-wise. Food-wise. Before Sunday Fun Day. So Mauler, before we go, is there anything that you would like to plug, poo?
Real BBC.
Yay. Tuesdays. Whose channel is it on?
I don't know.
I can't remember whose channel was it on. Was it on
It's
Gary's?
a mystery.
I think it was on my channel. Is it on my channel? I think it's on my channel this week. Is it on my channel? I'm looking. When's the last time I did the when was the last time I did it? Ripping the Silverback was on my channel. That was on the 25th. Yeah, it's on my channel. Okay, so on my channel this week. Yay!
I will say the re-upload of the EFAP on Minecraft will be out in like a half hour or so. Do you want to guess how long we went for on that?
4.5 hours.
A little bit higher.
6.
A little bit higher.
10.
It was 8.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's a lot of Minecrafting.
It was just so fucking awful. I don't know what to say.
157 million domestic opening week.
Oh, it'll make all of the money.
Don't break with the $5 says all this will do is give Hollywood the wrong ideas and false hope. Yes, because they always learn the wrong thing every time. Right, chat. Thank you for watching Afternoon Tea with Dads. I'm going to be back in an hour, well, about 50 minutes now, with Sunday Fun Day with the gang. X-Ray Girl is off this week, but Mr. Pork Chop is joining again. We'll probably be doing Repo. And then next week, when everyone's back, we'll do Schedule 1. And I'll probably do some Schedule 1 tomorrow. So join me in 50 minutes for Sunday Fun Day. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you very much indeed for giving up your free time. Everyone who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships, thank you for supporting the channel. And we'll be back with some more stuff very soon. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Baloo Boo.
Bye.